Hello, second graders. Today you are going to be doing your words that we read. And on the back side, you will see the story about the one turnip garden. And you have vocabulary words on there. All right. First, let's start with our word side. We're going to practice the words. And then when we get done with the story, you can go back and practice them again. Okay. Starting at the top, you should have your finger on the words, and we're going to go straight across, and we are going to read the words. Are you ready? Or, oars, born, for, horse, north, chores, more, corn, thorn, fork, porch, score, shore, storm, store, sore, force, short, war, sports, roar, snore, sore, horns, horse, or, roar, force, shore, storm, north, oars, score, short, horns, fork, chores, born, sore, thorn, sports, sore, more, for, war, store, porch, snore, corn, morning, roaring, snorting, anymore, before, perform, brainstorm, popcorn, seashore, newborn, airport, explore, soaring, afford, uproar, ignore, passport, outscore, support, therefore, report, snowstorm, export, inform, former, before, ignore, brainstorm, snorting, support, snowstorm, airport, roaring, soaring, afford, former, report, explore, popcorn, inform, uproar, morning, newborn, outscore, anymore, therefore, perform, passport, export, seashore. Now, if you notice, almost all of those words have an OR in them. And for my kids who are reading 90 and 100 words in a minute, I went all the way through. So you should know all of these words now. Let's flip it over and read our vocabulary story. It's called The One Turnip Garden. Now, I'm not sure I would call that a garden if it just had one turnip in it, but that is what the story is called. And you will see underlined words. Those underlined words are our vocabulary words. At the bottom, you have a definition of the word, and you have to figure out which word means that definition. Okay? The One Turnip Garden. Follow along with your finger. One spring day, Grandfather Dima planted a turnip seed. A few weeks later, the turnip greens grew as tall as him. Grandmother Irina admired the thick turnip greens. "You've grown the best turnip in the land," she boasted. She was excited to pull out the turnip and make turnip soup, a popular food in her culture. But the turnip grew too big for the grandfather to pull out. So the grandmother took hold of the grandfather, and together they pulled. But they could not pull the turnip out. Their grandfather, Zasha, came over and took hold of grandmother, and all three pulled. But the turnip did not budge. So the dog took hold of the granddaughter, and all four pulled. But the turnip did not come out. Next, the dog called the cat, and all five pulled. They pulled and they pulled, but the turnip still did not come out. As they stood there arguing about what to do, a mouse interrupted. "Let me try with you," said the mouse. She took hold of the cat, and all six pulled. Plop! Out came the turnip. That's pretty interesting that just adding a little mouse is going to do it. I made a mistake in that reading. I said grandfather Zasha came over, and it's granddaughter Zasha. Okay? Now, at the bottom, you have the 4 definitions. If to have a high opinion of or respect, which word means that in that reading? There, it's one of the underlined words. Another one, to cause to stop or break off. To cause to stop or break off. Which one of those words meant that? A pattern of behavior shared by a group of people. Which word means that? And to talk with too much pride or to brag. Which one means that? You need to write those words on the lines. When you're done, go back and read those words. See if you can do 100 words this week in a minute. Good luck.